like I'm floating through the air. The pain I felt is paid for, all is said and done. Oh, I am restricted, fixed upon the web. I need to kick the habit that my mind is breathing in. Break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Burning the bridge that keeps us. I'm here and I'm feeling fearless. Exaggerated, that's what you assume. The story's over now, I must conclude. I am conflicted, watching where I step still, hanging in the balance. Not the life I want to live, I want to take it all. Standing tall, fear outweighed the person you are. Oh, break out, I've got to see. Spent all my life holding all of it closely. I played it innocent, a feel of discontent. I'm finally facing it all, fearless. Fearless. Fearless.
This fight was brutal. Um, I made a lot of mistakes. First and foremost being I didn't have my looky-loo on, and that always messes with me. Mostly just in these types of fights, just because I can't tell what my speed is um, when I'm looking at the bad guy. So, whoops. So the Rafale, I don't know if that thing really flies that way or not, but it seems sort of MiG 15-ish. It really, like, that thing turns so well, it seems like, in here, and he was keeping his velocity, his airspeed a lot better than I was, but turning tighter than me, it seemed like, which was um, not necessarily impossible. It was just really weird. Um, it was really difficult to fight against. So here I just wanted to just fly away from him while I got um, my helmet on. And so then I had a lot of excessive airspeed and energy, so I decided to climb. He actually does a pretty good job, it looks like, of leading me. Climbed at first and then led me. I don't know why he rolled over quite so hard, but um, so then, wait, let me pause it here. This is weird. Let's go look at him. Oh, okay. It's hard to tell which way these delta wings are facing sometimes. So I thought he was turning away from me there, but I'm going to watch him for a minute. TAC view also, I think, sometimes doesn't exactly show which way they're pointed, so they're traveling. I mean, maybe it does, but it looks a little off based on where their flight path markers are. Um, so there's a few points in here where I think he had a shot. I thought that might have been one of them, but looking at this, I don't believe that he had a shot there. Here, I feel like I'm in a pretty decent position, sort of. But he winds up inside of me, inside of my turn anyway. Okay, for some reason my mouse wheel's not working. Maybe not inside. We're offset a little bit. So, and I'm hoping that what I see here means that I was in less danger than I thought I was. But this entire fight, I just felt like I was losing it, and I think I was, honestly. I feel like I was losing it because his nose was pointed towards me more than my nose was pointed towards him, and that's disconcerting for sure. So uh, through here, there were some reversals I made, and I don't know. I'm trying to go through this fairly quickly. I don't want to dwell on it too much, but I sometimes I wonder how much I can actually learn from TAC view against AI pilots. But this was just a spiral of death, and one of us was eventually going to crash, and I got really close. I think here I did a reversal. I didn't necessarily realize that he had turned away, and I really had an opportunity here. The AI will do this sometimes if they get too close to the ground. So I think I didn't realize it too fast enough, and then I knew that I was going to crash. I didn't crash. As I came up, it took me a second to find him, I think, and then I realized, he's cold and he's not really turning back to me very sharply, so here's my chance. So I built my energy back up. I believe, let's see what he's looking here. So yeah, I'm catching him pretty fast here. And he turned. I think he should have turned the other way. He kind of made it easier for me in a way, maybe. And so I barely clipped his wing. I don't know that I did much. And then that was a prayer shot there at the end. And then we're back in it, and I immediately knew that I was losing again. I am certain that there are some things that I could do here a little bit better, and I just don't have the skill, the experience, um, to put it together. So um, there are a few occasions, like right here, I think I'm still in the better position, ish, but I'm not really getting any snapshots either. I did not feel like I had snapshot opportunities here, and then eventually I felt like he had snapshot ability. So there, like that went from me being slightly in an advantageous position to I'm losing big time. If we look at this guy, if he like he could really tuck in behind me here, and kind of does. His speed is decent. So I don't know. I guess maybe we're still more neutral than I thought. It's hard to look at a point in time, but look at that. I mean, his nose is getting around. If this was a halfway skilled player, I would have been dead already, for sure. I honestly think if this was someone as skilled as me, which is less than halfway skilled, um, I would have been dead already. I feel like that's the truth, and I don't know if it's just because this guy maneuvers so well, this Rafale, or what. But this is all him. He's in the driver's seat. Maybe pulling a little too much there. He probably could have done that a little bit differently to stay behind me. And I think this was the point. There was a spot in here. There was a spot in here where I was going pretty fast, and I knew I was looking over my shoulder. This may not be the point. This might have happened again later, but there was a point where I saw him getting closer. He was pulling massive lead, getting closer, and getting to a point where there might be a shot there, and I just started pulling really hard. See, I got up to near over 21 degrees per second there. I think I bumped to 20 again when I reversed my turn. So I started pulling really hard just to try to stay out of his gun sight. Some of these reversals are too late, and sometimes I roll too much, and then I'm not in complete control of the aircraft. I think perhaps, but it does work out sometimes because there's times when I'll roll over and go into like a half, or I'll dive and do a half loop kind of a thing or something like that, and it really messes with the AI, which is probably a bad habit to build. So okay, so yeah, that was it back there where I was talking about pulling harder. I was going pretty fast and pulling gently, and then I saw he was closing, and so I just pulled the stick back full deflection almost. Um, so here we have him flying away from me again. It kind of confused him, and he doesn't even really maneuver. So once again, we've got a kill that I don't know that I really deserve, but it happened. And again, this fight was brutal. As I pick on harder and harder airframes and flight models, it just shows me how much I don't know about dogfighting. I was feeling pretty confident there for a while up against flankers and F-18 Hornets and even Tomcats, which have always been difficult for me in the past. I feel like I can take on the aces pretty easily, but man, every time I fly, it seems like I realize how little I know and how um, unskilled I am at this. So I'm gonna do some more of these, but I will probably start doing some AIM 9 dogfights. I started that already, and they're difficult. So I might do some videos on that here in the near future. But as always, thank you for watching.